company already, and the product was a little bit in beta phase or prototyping, but now they are news.
That's right. I'm Aaron. I'm here with Sonicware from Tokyo. I'm also here with the designer, Dr. Endo. Okay. And we have our artist, Yasutake. And I want to give you an update on, well, the state of things. We're planning to ship in April. This is a pre-production model. Everything is just almost ready to go. The firmware is basically all ready to go. So we're going to demonstrate a few new features and just give you an overview and let Yasutake play so you can hear more of what kind of sounds it can make. So what I'll do now is I'll hand it over to Yasutake and let him play, and then I'll explain some of the features as he's doing that. Go ahead, Yasutake. So this has 11 synth engines. He's starting now with a low bit oscillator. So if you want to get really rough and like chiptune type sounds out of the synth, this is great.
So it has a polyphonic engine here.
Yes, it's up to 6 notes, 6 voices. Okay, now he switched to the custom oscillator, which allows you to combine 2 waveforms.
What are the new ones? Maybe because we checked last year.
Sure. So let's skip noise no honi. So we'll skip ahead to the 2 new noise-based synth engines. This is the Sand Flute. So this starts with white or pink noise. New feature is the synth engines, and the filter now also have modulation options. You can apply an LFO or an envelope.
So the new engines, they can be combined then with filters and...
Yes, of course, yeah.
And with envelopes, or
yes.
How is this structured? Then you have these 11 engines, and then this goes then to...
Okay, so there's 11 synth engines you use. When this button is selected, you can choose the different synth engines. Over here, this selects the different kinds of envelopes. There's a couple of new envelopes as well. In addition to ADSR, there's ADSR AR, which allows you to have a second attack and release in your envelope. And there's also curved versions of both the ADSR and the ADSR AR. So you can have curves to the envelopes. And then this one here is the filter. And so there's the And then the next button over is the effects. The effects have been, there are more options now than there were last year. So you can use all 4 of the effect types simultaneously. They are in that order.
How many effects are on board?
There's, you have 4 different effect slots. So you have the drive mod, modulation, delay, and reverb. So there's some overlap between drive mod and modulation, so you have some choices there. Okay. And then, of course, there's our Arpeggiator. One addition from last year is the Arpeggiator now has a hold function, and it also has a arpeggiate in the order you play. And of course, the patch memories are now working. It has 128 patch spaces. You can save your patches using USB to a computer. Of course, you can also use the USB if there's a firmware update adding features in the future, which is a possibility.
But would you describe the Sonicware a more workstation style or a synthesizer?
No, it's a synthesizer, yes.
So there's no built-in sequencer? Or?
Not at this time.
And so you have only the Arpeggiator? And
Arpeggiator, yes. Now, it does have USB host mode, so you can connect a MIDI controller by USB MIDI. So you could use whatever features your controller has or send whatever MIDI data you want using USB, so you can sequence it that way if you like.
Because I remember that a lot of people said last year on the coverage it's kind of a OP1 from Japan, and I think it was a bit miscommunicated. It's a synthesizer and not a...
It is a synthesizer,
not
yes.
a workstation.
It is not a workstation, yes. It's meant for digital sonic exploration. Now, of course, it does have the features that make it portable. It will run on batteries. It does have a speaker, so you can just sit on your sofa or whatever when you don't feel like hooking things up and mess around with sounds that way as well. But you could also hook it up to a master USB master keyboard and play it with full size keys, velocity sensitive, your pitch bend wheel, your mod wheel, stuff like that as well.
And what do you have? Is there news on the backside, or is it still the same?
The website.
On the backside of the unit.
Oh, the backside of the unit. What do you mean?
The connections.
Oh, the connections are the same. Yeah, the hardware. I mean, some of the parts have been upgraded, but there's no hardware redesign. No.
Okay. And we talked before. The shipping is coming now, so it's
really expected to be April. Never want to promise, but at this point, there's only one thing that has to be approved to actually get the units shipping out of the factory.
Okay. Yeah. And is there a price already fixed?
The price is not fixed. Our target retail is US $550.
Okay. And it will be then worldwide available?
That's the plan, yes.
And pre-orders will be available soon, or?
No pre-orders. We'll be going through distributors in various countries. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate you coming.